Hello, everyone. This is Angela here, and today I want to talk about romance scammers and how to protect yourself from an online dating romance scam. And I want to tell you a little story time of hard lesson that I learned, not about a romance scam, but my story that I'm going to share right here is um, about how this happens. Okay. No, I was never scammed in a romance scam. So, luckily, no, I was never scammed. Okay, so my story starts way back in 2012, in December 2012. I was learning Italian at that time, and I went online on a website called Conversation Exchange, and this is where you meet people um in other countries online to for not for the purpose of dating and relationships, but for the purpose of just talking to people, and learning their language and you helping them learn your language, which my language is English. Okay. So so I was really curious and um fascinated with people that lived over in Italy, and I was studying Italian using like one of them language apps, and I really was wanted to learn. So I ended up talking to this guy over in Italy, and he was a professional. He was quite good looking. We saw each other face to face on Skype, and we were like flirting with each other, and he liked me, and I liked him, and he was living with this woman. So with this other Italian woman, they weren't married, and he was just like playing me, playing on my emotions. Like we were talking about him coming to America and all this other stuff, and he wasn't happy with her and blah blah blah, like all the stuff that men tell you that they don't really mean. Um, so what ultimately happened, long story short, um I got very emotionally attached to this person, and I knew that this was unrealistic and this was not going to work, and I wanted to get out of it. And let me tell you something, it was so hard to break that emotional connection. So I can see how somebody can get scammed through a romance by a romance scammer. No, I was never scammed. No, he never asked for any money, but he did plan this holiday come to America, and we were supposedly going to hook up for this fling, and I was not on board with that. Okay, I like my conscience started to get to me, and I'm just like, this is insane. It's not safe. I don't want to do this, and I got out of it. I got out of it. I did a lot of praying and everything, and I asked God, please help me. But it was so hard to disconnect from Him emotionally. But it finally happened, and it was painful. It wasn't, if for those who think, well, how could you be attached to somebody that you never met? Really, you're not. You're attached to the fantasy. You're attached to the non-reality aspect. And coming back into the reality, it's hard to disconnect, is what I'm saying. That's what's really happening. I don't remember. So, um, there are all type of romance scammers, and they are everywhere. They're on Facebook, Facebook dating. They are on all the online dating sites. They got this scam going on coming out of China or Malaysia, one of those countries, one of those Asian countries, called the pig butchering scam. And these people are quite sophisticated in scamming people out of their money. People are on YouTube, it's all over YouTube, talking about how they've been scammed out of their life savings. And I was so emotionally moved by their stories that I decided to come online and talk to everybody who's single out there, and to give you some practical advice how to never get scammed by a romance scammer, okay? And if you do these things that I'm telling you to do, you will never get scammed. First of all, if you're extremely lonely and depressed, you are not ready for a relationship. Okay. You need to be happy and content with your life as a single before you're ready for a relationship, because you're too vulnerable at the moment to be out there dating. Um, and meeting someone is not going to give you that fulfillment. You have to find that within yourself. Okay. That's the first very important thing that each and every one of us needs to realize, that we must find inner happiness within ourselves before we can find a healthy relationship with someone. Okay. Secondly, so let me explain the type of scammers that I've been hit up by. I've been hit up by the scammer that said that he's a widower who lost his wife and child in a car crash. Okay. And this particular type of scammer is quite successful in scamming an empath. Okay. Like, oh my God, you poor thing, you know. Um, and next thing you know, you're developing an online relationship that never really goes anywhere, and they're out to scam you for your money. The second type of scammer is the Nigerian scammer. These are scammers that work out of Nigeria through internet cafes. I'm sure a lot of us probably heard about them, but they're real. They're on online dating sites, and they're here to try to talk to you um, to get your money. The third type that I've been hit up by is the oil rig scammer. And the oil rig scammer is a person that is on online dating, and they're trying to develop an online dating relationship with you um by by developing a long distance relationship with you. So this way there's like, you can't like meet up with each other because they're so far away, and they're very itinerant. They're traveling from place to place to place. So there's always an excuse not to meet up. Okay. Another type of internet scammer is people, they steal people's pictures that are from in the military. I said this before in another video. Do not date people that say that they're in the military. If they're in the military, they are very busy with active duty, and most people, if not all people in the military, don't really have the time to be out looking to date someone online. They got too much going on. So I absolutely would not get involved with anybody online who says that they are in the military. No, absolutely not. It's not safe. So I have developed a foolproof plan which will 99.9% guarantee that you will not get scammed by somebody online. First of all, and this is the most important lesson, most important rule that you should never break, do not become emotionally attached to someone online. Ever. I don't care where you're talking to this person from. I don't, like I said about my story, I fell into that accidentally. But be wary of what you're doing online. Do not become emotionally attached with people online. And that includes platonic friendships. There has to be strict boundaries in place when you develop um, relationships online, whether it be with a romantic relationship or otherwise, because people are out there to scam you for your money. The less time that you spend online, the better off you are, and the less likely that you will be scammed. If you are doing online dating, my suggestion to you is to stick to a demographic area to where you will be able to meet up with that person within the next with in a relatively short time. If they don't If they don't, sorry, if they don't agree to meet with you or they cancel more than twice, I would get away from that person. And it's most likely you're being catfished, you're being scammed. Don't do it. The next thing that you can do is stick to people like I said, stick to people that are in your area. Okay. The next type of scammer that I want to talk to you about is the scammer who lies and says that they're from your area. Okay. Oh yeah, you're in Philadelphia. Oh, I live in Philadelphia too. Oh yeah, where do you live? And then they go on Google Maps, right? Here's what they do. They go on Google Maps and they start listing all the landmark areas near where you live. Like in my area, they're like they were naming, oh, I went to Baldy Elementary School, or I went to this. I'm familiar with such and such area, right? So and they'll be slow to respond. Like if you ask them a question about, they'll be slow to respond about certain things. Okay, so how you can find out whether or not that person is telling the truth is say something that you know that only people from your area would know. Like I would say one time, like I actually got hit up by a scammer that did that. So what I said was, "Oh, gee, you know what? Guess what? Did you um." I'm going to go to the Phillies game in North Philly. Oh my God. I love going to the Phillies games and all the stadiums in North Philly. It's great. And the person was like, "Oh yeah, I love going to the Phillies games in North Philly too." Well, guess what? The stadiums where the professional ball players played the games is located in South Philly, not North Philly. Okay. And for to all the scammers who are watching my video, just like, that gives me an idea to look out for the next time. No, I'll just think of something else that only Philadelphians would know. Okay. So no, it's not happening. Not happening. Okay. And even if they did get all the questions right, if I'm not meeting that person within 3 or 4 conversations, I'm done. Okay. Because I'm not getting emotionally invested in somebody online. It's just not going to happen. Um, the pig butchering scam has been devastating for a lot of people over in the Asian countries, and it has hit America, and they're saying that it's hitting Europe. So my advice to everybody out here that's online, do your research, okay? Do your research and look on YouTube. It's free. All you got to do is look at online romance scams, watch videos, and start learning about what the latest scams are, what they do. to- it's crazy. It's like it just seems like people are desperate to get your money and they're very patient. The pig butchering scam is where, in case you don't know, is where these people they meet you online, like they strike up a conversation with you online, okay? And they're very patient. They won't ask you for any money. They'll wait weeks, they'll wait months, they'll take it offline, they'll start emailing you, they'll text message you, they'll even call you and talk to you. And they're very genuine, okay? They know how to really, really connect with you. Um, Matter of fact, it's a whole scamming ring from what I've been hearing, where these people are really good at psychology. They study psychological effects on people, and how to get your money. That's why I say if you stick to the rule, okay, and I'm not against online dating. You can meet good people online, you can meet good people offline. Okay, you just have to have your boundaries in check. Don't don't um go out of your area to meet people. Keep it in your area. Okay. If you're not meeting people online, then you need to go and do something else. Do something offline. Okay. Um, I haven't been online. Changing topics now is because I don't know, for people who watch my channel, they know that I'm very heavily involved in the music ministry at the Catholic Church. So I wanted to sing in a professional choir and train for it. And I've been on this journey for over 2 years now. It takes several years to become a professional vocalist to sing in a top choir. Choirs like the Mormon Tabernacle Choir, those type of choirs you hear. Well, first of all, I'm not Mormon, so I could never sing in that choir, but choirs on that level, you have to really, you have to go to vocal training. So it's something that I'm doing for my life that makes me happy, that gives me joy and fulfillment. Okay. It's like the it and I did fulfill my dream. The greatest day of my life was when I sang in the Eucharistic Congress Choir, which was a pro choir, and it was televised by EWTN. Okay. I saw myself on TV, it's on YouTube. I saw myself for all of about 5 seconds because I was like bunched in, with a bunch of all, but I worked so hard for that achievement. And when the day finally came that I actually sang for the choir, it brought me immense joy. Okay. It really did. It gave me spiritual fulfillment and immense joy. And that's what I've been doing. I've been focusing on my real life projects and doing things, and you have to remember that a mate is not going to bring you the fulfillment in your life that you're looking for. If you have to be a happy person and have that positive energy to attract, a mate, if that's what you want. If you're looking too hard, it's like it just kind of scares them away. It's like when you're out fishing and you're like yelling, "Hey, fish!" If you're out there, you're going to scare them all away, right? Because you're making yourself too noticed. Um, yeah. So when you have that energy, like that neediness, that energy, it's not going to happen. Okay. I have met good people online. I've met people that I didn't care for. I've met people that were not online for the right reasons. Okay, and you know, I'm not like people that pretty much had too much baggage. Um, and I don't really have the time for it. I'm not that needy to where I need somebody that has a lot of baggage. So I would approach it. I would approach online dating as just something to do, just to go out and enjoy somebody's company. Don't look at it to be serious because you're just going to frustrate yourself. Um, I pretty much am still doing my own thing, which I love, which is singing and, living my life. And I'm pretty darn happy. Um, so with that, I'm going to end this video and hope everybody's having a great day. Take care. Bye.